if you notice, my stream is a little bit different today. I've got this huge highlight of my action bar up, and it's taking up probably 20% of the bottom of my screen. My purpose today is going to be showing you how I fight. It's going to be some combat training, and I have Arkah EMPstrike here with me. I'm going to get him in a party, and then we'll go from there. Let's see if this guy wants to fight. Oh, he does. Good. This was not planned. Arkah, don't fight him. Don't fight him. I'm going to do it one-on-one.
Oh, all right.
I want him to stick around and actually fight me. So the game we're playing right now is Shroud of the Avatar, and it is a pre-alpha game. It's being made by Richard Garrett, the maker of the Ultima series and Ultima Online, and the executive producer is Star Long. He's the guy that did Ultima Online with Lord British, aka Richard Garriott, and it's an exciting time in gaming because they're able to crowdfund it. I believe they're still the second highest funded Kickstarted video game on record, but I haven't checked that recently. So good times, fun time in gaming, and attaboy. I appreciate you. And hey, there's the UO ooh that we're also used to from Dead Bodies. But anyway, my goal today is going to be showing you guys some combat. Some of the higher end mobs are in this zone, and I wanted to really kind of take a chance to get people past their fears of deck combat. So I'm going to be showing you a little bit about how I fight. You guys will be able to learn some of my stacking techniques. I'm going to explain some of my choice and skills and why I pick what I pick. If you are watching this, please feel free to ask questions in chat. I'm going to be doing this stream for probably the next hour or two and just kind of fielding your questions about combat. Arkah, say hi.
Hello.
That's Arkah, by the way.
Arkah. Yes, I am Arkah.
Arkah is my crafting extraordinaire. Everything about the crafting system that I know is told to me by him, basically, and I argue some stuff with him, but he knows it way better than I do. So let me go explain to this guy what just happened to him so he's not caught off guard.
Look at that. What a sport. Alright, I'm not going to get through this dude's armor.
Explain what goes wrong as it goes wrong, because people can hear you.
You mean while I'm fighting?
Yeah. They can't see your action bar, so explaining it's kind of good. I'm going to target Attaboy, and Arkah's health you can see in the party on the top left.
Alright, he just hit me with a dot, and I don't have anything to remove that, so that's gonna really cripple me in this fight.
So damage over time effects, for those of you who don't know, this game penalizes you for leaving a damage over time effect on you. If you remove it at the beginning, it does almost no damage, but the longer you leave it on, the more damage it does. So like its first tick might only be 2 or 3 health, but its final tick, maybe 5 or 6 down the road, could be taking away 9 or 10 health.
Alright, I just swapped decks to my defensive deck because I'm losing.
So deck swapping, I'm going to show real quick. There's a couple different ways you can swap deck. The bottom right, let me turn off my webcam. The bottom right, there's this actual swap you can do to go between decks. You need to have a skill if you want to be able to swap decks without a focus cost in combat, and I'll show you that skill in a moment. But to set this up, all you have to do is set an equip deck, and then you have to set an alternate deck. And I'll go ahead and do combat PvP and PvE, and then as I swap back and forth with either hitting this blue button down here with my mouse or hitting the X key, it'll swap back and forth on my decks. So deck swapping is really important right now. Building different decks is the difference on if you survive or not in PvP combat, in my opinion. So as you can see, he was losing, and it was going to be a pretty decisive victory for Attaboy, and now he's been able to turn around and stay alive. Whether or not he's going to win, I don't know, but Attaboy is at 1/3 focus. So what's going on now, Arkah? Because it looks like you're losing.
Yeah, it's pretty much just melee damage. He's really heavily armored. I'm not really able to damage him as quickly as I need to, and he's got them heals, so.
So what Arkah has done is gone with a hybrid armor set that makes it to where he doesn't have quite as much damage reduction. There are a couple of stats you look at, and you get the resistance and the avoidance. And his armor will have fewer slugs, but the downside is it's not going to reduce the damage quite as much as the full plate armor.
Well, they don't use slugs anymore.
I'm sorry. They're encumbrance now, right?
Yeah, his armor's heavier and he can't carry as much stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm actually able to move faster, and my attack speed is a lot faster than his. But
I completely forgot about that change to encumbrance. Thank you. Yeah, so encumbrance is in the game now. Not to be a complete idiot, but encumbrance is in the game now. And if you look on your let me pull this up to make sure it's 100% visible. If you look on your inventory, you get weight at the bottom. And if you look on your character, your paper doll, you'll get your encumbrance weight here. You get a penalty that is combat related when you max out your encumbrance.
alright, I think he's about to win it.
Heal. 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 Oh, he didn't heal. It's okay. My first res always fails. That's a bug, I believe, but my first res always fails. And then I sit here and wait for my next res. And sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. Because as you can see, it has a 78% chance, which means 22% chance to fizzle.
Right now, melee damage actually is really low against anybody wearing any kind of armor. It's mitigated a lot, and that fight would have gone on forever, but my axe has like 2 durability left on it, so I went ahead and threw it.
Hey, you want a repair kit?
Yes, I would love a repair kit, please.
Give me just a moment, guys. Siamano has just stepped in, and I need to pay him. So he works at my shop, and he's wanting money. Arca, do you want to do something? I'm almost done writing this check. I'll put you on follow.
If you're just gonna follow me, I'll probably just go around and collect nodes for a little bit.
No, no, no. Go into combat. I'm going to start fighting in probably about 90 seconds.
I was surprised at the amount of damage I was able to do to him. He was wearing full plate mail. So maybe they have been working on that a little bit. Eventually, when I level up a little bit more, in my alternate deck, I'm going to put some spells so that I can have an option to penetrate people who are like have really good defenses.
I'm actually going to show off my deck here real quick. That's probably the number one thing that people talk to me about is my decks and how I build them. So first off, you get slugs if you don't fill your deck at certain levels. You get more required cards in your deck as you level up by every 10 levels, starting at level 11. And it stops at 25 cards, I believe. Is that accurate still, Arca?
Did you say it starts at 25 cards?
Stops. It caps out at a requirement of 25 glyphs, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to show a couple of different screens here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over my builds, why I've picked what I've picked, and essentially I'm trying to give as much life drain as I can. The summons are buggy right now. I would love to use this Lich, but he doesn't work 90% of the time, and he doesn't summon 90% of the time. So 95% ineffective to carry these minions around, so I don't care about these passives. This will give me health and take health for them. This will give me health, take health from them, and I can stack that into a combo. This increases the amount of health that I get. I took this so I can simply make the combo and stack 2 dots. This will give me extra damage by quite a bit because it increases by 25%, but it also extends the life of the damage, so it ends up being about 70% stronger with a 5-stack fire arrow if you have 5 stacks of highly flammable, from my experience. In the total damage you'll take away. Fiery Decay is a combo that I'll show you guys in a little bit. And essentially it's taking the fire arrow and it's taking the death ray and putting them together on your action bar. And I will do that here in just a minute, but I want to explain how I set my cards up. So you can see my focus tree here. I have my cards coming as quick as I can. I have my reduction in fizzle as high as I can, and I've basically just filled random focus things after that. That was what was most important to me, is lock one card, get a hand size of 7, because that's about as good as I'm effective with. If I go up to 8 or 9, I lose effective ability because of my inability to play on a 9-card deck. Some people might be able to do that, but I just find that I personally do not do very well with that. And I want the cards to come as fast as they can. So that mental reflex is really important, that higher consciousness is really important, and that eidetic memory is really important. The intelligence skill is what gives you your extra hit damage on your spell damage. Okay, so the actual math algorithm that they're running down checks to see your intelligence, and every 10 points of intelligence on your character, correct, Arca?
Yes.
every 10 points of intelligence you have on your character, which I'll show you, I actually have some wasted intelligence. I have 32 points right now because I have a piece of armor that gives me +2 that I haven't gone back to a trainer to take care of. But every 10 points of intelligence, you'll actually get a bonus to your damage. So with that understanding on how to put your focus abilities in, with as you get up to about level 15 area, starting to use that focus skill tree, we get to actually building your deck. You can see I have a lot of the same cards over and over and over. So the bottom line is...
They did that for that stat. For every 10, you get a combat bonus for the stat. They actually did that with all 3 stats, with dexterity and strength. That works the same way.
Awesome. So if you're doing melee, it works the same way. If you're doing archery, it works the same way. And as well, those base stats equate. You're not supposed to ignore them as a spell user. So, for example, the encumbrance will take away your dexterity. Once you hit negative dexterity, you get a penalty to your focus as you're walking around. So your focus is being used to cast spells, and you're overweight, and your dexterity is getting reduced because you're encumbered, and you get to a point to where you no longer have focus by simply walking. So every stat is important to every player. It's just kind of picking what is most important to you as you're leveling up. So I'm going to look at the combat PvP, which is the deck I have out right now. And I'm going to kind of explain why I went with what I went with. So effectively, I wanted to have damage over time abilities, and I wanted to have direct damage abilities. I also wanted to have damage mitigation abilities. So what I've done is an AoE if I'm fighting more than one person. I've got Death Field. I have Death Ray to stack with Fire Arrow and put a Fiery Decay dot. That misfires about 80% of the time the first time I cast it. So I've stopped doing 5 stacks to start off because it's just a waste, and I usually have a 2 and a 3 stack, and I'll cast my 2 stack first and my 3 stack second, and hopefully one of them actually apply. That's a bug. It's a pre-alpha game that's going to get fixed, but something to be aware of in this build. Death Shield helps mitigate damage. I do 5 of all of my cards because I want to see these cards come up. So I have a 1 in 5 shot every time I draw a card to get these abilities. I have 7 cards in total, but I have a locked heal. So 6 cards, I should have one of each of these abilities once I populate my deck. I'm drawing as fast as I can. I'm discarding as slow as I can. I'm not leaking any equipment because I've had that really hurt me before when I've swapped a weapon, forgot to update my equipment manager, and I don't update all of my decks, then I mess up and I go back to a broken weapon. So the long and short of it is I don't leak any equipment with the equipment manager because of me, but a lot of people do like to use the equipment manager. It's also cool for roleplay purposes. You can make a deck that puts roleplay gear on and another deck that puts combat gear on. So so that's my combat PvP.
I actually just had an issue with that, I noticed right now, so I went ahead and cleared both of them.
Did you?
Yeah, it put my old hat back on that didn't have my +3 strength on it.
Yeah, see, a lot of people do that, and they forget to update equipment managers. I learned in World of Warcraft that I was really bad at updating equipment managers, so I personally don't use them. I like to do things very old school.
If you have a piece of armor of the same type, but it's got different stats on it, it'll still use your old armor that you originally linked to it, even if you link the new armor to it.
Yeah, so this is the combo screen. You hit L to get to the glyphs, and then you go over your second tab to combos. You uncheck the box up here, and it'll show you, with the skills you currently know, what combos are you able to create. So Fiery Decay is the only combo that I can make as a pure death, fire, life mage. I don't have any combat skills. You can actually see in my skill tree, I have a wasted point, but I leveled up, so now I have 2 more. But I have a wasted point that I threw into healthy. I just put it there to put it there. There's actually, it was going to sit up there idle if I didn't do that. But I am a straight mage, so I have life, focus, fire, and death. I just started adding fire. I didn't have it until yesterday. I leveled with death. So, high fizzle with death. It can be irritating if you're not used to playing games like Ultima Online that you have spell fizzle. So now let's go ahead and pop my deck. I have that focus ability that allows me to swap decks in combat without taking a penalty to focus. So I can see I'm on my healer deck. I'm going to hit X. It's going to swap over to my combat PvE deck. I'm going to start getting my cards up. They highlight green, tell me I can start to combo things. I'm going to make Fiery Decay, put a 2 stack. I'm going to stack my Death Touch, and I'm going to start stacking my heal to get it out of the way. Now I'm going to start looking for mobs to kill. So as I walk around, I'm going to keep stacking this while I look for mobs, and there's a Flesh Flare right here. So I'm going to throw that Fiery Decay on him, and then I'm going to throw my Fire Arrow on him. Having two abilities going on him at once for a dot really helps push the extra damage out. My Death Field is going to go ahead and do a big hit on damage up front, while siphoning a lot of health over to me. So this cycle that you're seeing is basically what I'm going to keep with, of keeping my damage over time ability and my Death Field ability, and then I'm going to throw heals out, usually every time I'm at half health or below. So you can see I'm at that half health, I'm going to start throwing my heals out. If I keep effectively at this, I won't die. I'm not paying attention very well, so there's a good chance I'm going to die right now, but that's only because these guys crit really hard. Okay, good. I survived. One more hit was his big hit, so I'm happy that happened. They'll stun you and hit you for about half your health if you don't pay attention. But stacking has a double benefit. First off, it makes it to where your ability hits for more damage. Second off, and probably more importantly, it reduces the amount of focus you use. So you can see I finished that fight, and if you look up here, my focus bar is completely full. This is one of the hardest monsters in the game to kill, and using my mouse and not using any R keys, I was able to kill him pretty easily. So an R key is what you just saw me do. That's how I will typically try to stack, is I'll go R keys to select combo, and I'll be able to stack my abilities with 2 keystrokes. And it gives me the edge on people that are drag and dropping every one of their combos. I do a lot of drag and drop, but that extra half second you save when you do the close-up combos is the difference of dropping the card or not a lot of the time. So, Arkah, where to next?
You gotta find me. Well, I forgot about the name thing. Never mind.
I don't do name things. I have names off.
Well, I'm right here.
Hello. Hi, Arkah. Let's go.
Let's go to the. There ain't nobody else here.
No, there is nobody else here, so we have to fight mobs until other people come.
Well, let's fight the plant guys because they give good experience.
Yes, experience.
Until my weapon breaks.
Oh, and I should mention this too. So as your cards are going to expire, you can actually control rebuilding your deck really easy if you drop one of your stacks early, like you just saw me do. So dropping a stack gives you the benefit of being able to rebuild that.
Behind this rock.
What's up?
A guy just entered. He can see you. Hide behind this rock.
I'm not gonna hide. Where is he?
I'll hide behind this rock. I don't know this guy.
Enigma wins. I come for you. Ha ha ha!
He was in here mining earlier.
So my first ability is almost always wasted, so I went ahead and did a first ability strike on both of those. Now I'll be able to actually attack him, and hopefully it'll work. I'm doing all mouse straw, so you'll be able to see everything I do really easily. I'm going to go ahead and make a 2-stack of my Fiery Decay. I'm going to stack my Fiery Decay, and I'm going to put it on him. Then I'm going to 2-stack my Death Field, and I'm going to cast my Death Field. That Death Field should kill him.
Man. I don't get people who are able to describe exactly what they're doing in detail while they're doing it and execute it correctly.
Hopefully this res fires, because it didn't. Oh well. He's probably going to time out before the res works. Basically, 80 to 90% of the time, the res just doesn't work. There's some issue with that first spell or two not firing correctly. I wish I could whisper that guy and say, hey, I will res you if I can. I'm going to give him a repair kit if he's a good sport. Let's see if he wants to fight, though. I'm going to swap my deck over if he starts off the fight. He has to drop to... okay, he wants to say hi. Good deal. He has to drop party to fight. You can't fight even in PvP zones without a duel if you're in party.
I typed that 4 times before it sent it because of spelling.
All right, let's do an example of a bad summon. 80% chances doesn't work. Hey, it didn't work. That is why.
Sprint twice and it didn't work.
That is why I do not use the magic summons for combat, because I feel like they're a waste. The focus cost you get for casting them, when they fail, it still costs you the focus. So my suggestion is, until they fix that issue with spells not firing, I would avoid utilizing those types of skills and abilities, because as soon as you get into these areas, the issues just are amplified. In town, like in Pack Slayer and Owl's Head and stuff like that, seems like 80% of the time it'll work. But after you get out and you're fighting in the swamps and in the Shardfalls and in the different places where you actually want to have your pet be your meat shield, or add the extra little damage, it just stops working. It's very frustrating. Also, you can tell them to attack and they'll sit there and drink a cup of coffee while you kill the animal, so that's another disappointing thing too.
I'm gonna do a back attack on him, see if I can get more damage.
Oh, explain that, because yes, it does work. So explain that, would you?
If you hit your target from behind, you do bonus damage. Simple as that.
What?
Indeed. And if you blow a plant with a tornado, it doesn't move him. So, sorry.
Aww. Alright, and just because this is a free spell, I'm going to use it. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, I would not have used that right then. These will give 2,000 experience to somebody who is fighting them solo, 1,200 for people that are fighting with one friend, and 834.
They give 1,000 experience.
2,000.
Look at your buffs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. They give 1,000 experience. I have my double experience buff that I completely forgot about. Thank you so much.
Yep. I'm trying to get my Air's Embrace to pop, but it keeps bugging out. Won't let me use it.
And that was the level up there. You can't hear it because I have TeamSpeak enabled, so you guys can hear Arkah. But there's a nice little drums and crescendo sound as you level up with a very warm, fuzzy yellow light ding that just lets you know, hey, you're stronger.
they fix that soon.
Fix what?
You pop your ability and it doesn't use it.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
I know Themo's plenty mad about it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Did you notice you can't combat roll either? I don't know if that's a bug or if they intentionally disabled it, but it still triggers a global cooldown when you try to do it.
I did see the global cooldown, and I did see it stop doing the animation. It's got to be a bug. There's no way they did that on purpose. Hey, what do you know? My fiery decay didn't fire. That set me up for failure off the get-go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't throw a 5-stack in like I just did. I talked to you guys earlier about not doing that, and that's the reason why.
I got a 2-stack combo. 66 damage.
I'm going to keep looting stuff until I get my encumbrance, so I can show the encumbrance debuff so people see stat changes.
Look out over there. There's a... Oh, I guess it already died. There was a obsidian golem attacking that flesh flare down there. See it in combat mode?
Yeah, I love the AI that you get in the game now where monsters fight each other. It sets you up, if you're paying attention, for a nice easy win sometimes.
I'm going to check my combat logs real quick. I did a 43 crit with an auto attack and immediately hit for 40 more with Splintering Strike.
Beast.
This guy's bringing the stuns today.
Hey, can you toss me a couple of heavy things so I can stop going up by like a half a pound each kill?
You want me to give you some heavy stuff?
Yeah, I want to go encumbered to show the debuff.
Oh.
Preferably make it housing items, because I have nothing in my housing tab, so it'll be really easy to give that back.
I only got 2 things and they weigh 1 each. Is that enough?
Nope. I need about 30 pounds.
You have much in your equipment tab?
Nope. I should be able to figure that out pretty easy. Give me anything with a weight above 1 in equipment, and it's guaranteed it'll go back to you. All my stuff is 1 or lower.
What do you have in your crafting tab? Screw it.
A ton of stuff. Oh, I'll give you back all the copper. Any stacks of reagents, I'll give you right back. That still isn't enough. I need about another 6 pounds. I want to make sure I go enough up to have a dexterity debuff.
You better give me them ingots back.
Dude, all of that stuff will go back to you. Great. Okay. So, let me turn off the ONBE medal. Hang on. So this is the debuff you get for over-encumbered, and I wanted to kind of show this because it's really important to understand the stat difference. Come back here, Arkah. I'm going to give the full stat difference back and forth. What is it? Alt-Z? Control? How do you open it up? Alt-X?
V.
V, thank you. Oh, and they got rid of all the alt stuff, so I can't use that anymore. Never mind. So, if you guys look here, I have where's the crit ability gets affected by it. The movement speed gets affected by it. What else gets affected by it? Attack skill, right? Isn't attack skill based on it?
It lowers your dexterity, so it'll affect your attack skill and your crit.
Stop moving. Stop moving. You're killing me. Hold still. Okay. So, you got the debuff here. You can see the stat change. You can see it dropping me down dex 7.7. I'm just going to trade the stuff right back to him. And you're in combat, so I can't trade you. Failure. You're still in... There we go.
No, I'm not. I don't even know what combat is. That's why I'm watching this video.
So I give this stuff back. You can see some attack skill increase. You can see the encumbrance debuff is gone, and you can see my dex has gone back up to 10. So I can't say this any other way, but encumbrance matters. Pay attention to it. Don't try to fight with yourself at anything below a 1 in dexterity. I will encumber myself until a 1 if I'm not PvPing. If I'm PvPing, I will not encumber myself at all. But if I'm out grinding and gathering stuff, then I'll take my dexterity down to 1, just because I want to get as much each of my ports as I possibly can. What else did you give me?
I don't know. The copper and the ingots was the only thing I cared about.
You gave me those two. All right.
By the way, I was apparently I was encumbered when I fought that guy earlier too.
Failure.
It wasn't that much though. It was enough to drop my dexterity from 20 to like 19 point something, so I lost that bonus it was going to give.
Yeah, you did. Sucks to be you.
Hey, look, plants.
All right, what are we killing next?
Mom. Is there a guy around this mountain? Sometimes you go around the mountain and there's guys, you gotta watch out. Ooh. Yeah, I'll get that later. Look, there's a guy. Oh, and he saw me.
Oh no! Death comes for Arkah. Why'd he switch to me? What did I ever do to him? Oh yeah, that's right. I walked over and tried to kill him.
That's probably the main thing. I'm going to increase my attack speed. My auto attacks are going to be noticeably faster. Chop, chop, chop.
And you can see one of those crit hits that he just did against Arkah took him down. That's why I was healing the whole time, because those hits can kill you so quick if you're not paying attention. What does the combat log say he did to you?
It says he did. Arkah EMPstrike takes 1 point of damage and it takes.
It wasn't even a crit. It's just 45 points of damage from Flesh Flare. It doesn't say if it was a crit. Usually crits are yellow when it says critical damage. So.
Arkah. Oh wait, no, that was a heal.
Yeah, so that's 45 points of damage just as a. I'm gonna beat you up, dude.
Siamano joined Avatar's Circle. Siamano joined your channel SOTA
Hey,
channel 1
we
on
are
Avatar's
streaming,
Circle.
so let's keep the talks about all your girlfriends to a minimum.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Hey,
You can talk about like 2 of them, but.
so this is Siamano and his girlfriend Arkah.
You know what I was actually going to say is if I talked about my other girlfriends, would it make Arkah jealous?
Oh shit.
We love you.
Hey, hopefully I get a proc. Okay guys, so I'll explain this other skill here that I carry around. And I didn't proc, so I won't explain it. I'll wait till I proc to explain it.
Here, let me explain that. Never mind, I'm not explaining it.
Okay, fine, I'll explain it, because that is kind of a douche move. So, crafting, gathering, foraging, down here, 50% chance that I will... Oh, let me pull it away from the edge of the screen. It looks goofy. There we go. 50% chance that I will be able to not consume the resource node while farming it. So I recommend all of your trees you set up exactly like this with 90 points until all of your trees, foraging, forestry, and mining, 90 points, excuse me, field dressing, the meticulous collection does not actually happen, so don't get it there. But you can get the skill for harvest, which will save you a bunch of failures. So, but foraging, forestry, and mining, 1, 5, 5, and wait, 1, what is it? 1, 10, 10, and 3. So, sorry about that. Yeah, 1, 10, 10, and 3 is what you're looking for to complete each one of these and move on to the next one. So I will, after I'm done with mining, do field dressing, and that's all she wrote. There you go. You happy, Siamano?
No.
You're never
Violation.
happy.
Wait, I got something important to tell you.
Okay, I'm
I was
listening.
watching streams you recorded earlier.
Did I make a
particularly
mistake?
The ones that I were in, because I'm a fan of myself.
Okay.
And I noticed that you switched to combat mode to try to resurrect people.
Yes, you can put resurrection on your non-combat bar, but I like this being empty with non-combat things. I used to have other things here, and then I emptied my inventory, moving my house, and all the stuff disappeared, so I haven't put it all back yet. But essentially, death spells, life spells, sun spells, and moon spells can all go on your non-combat bar, correct?
Wait, death?
Yes.
Death, life, sun, and moon can all go on your non-combat bar.
I never realized death could.
I believe all the summons.
All the summons can,
I believe all the summons can. So I believe the fire ability.
Where are you guys right now?
Like the somebody else is here. Enigma's here. Hey, Enigma wants to dance on screen. Let's put his name up, and Archivist Enigma wins. You sir, are going to be very popular someday because you just danced on this stream with a Darkstar cloak, and everybody likes Darkstar. Heyo.
And this is for Siamano. Pants off, dance off.
Oh, it just happened. Okay, this is not a combat stream anymore. I've got to get back to combat. This is scaring me.
Where are you guys right now?
Grunvald Shardfall. You want to come be a noob and let us laugh at you as you die because you're like level 5?
Level 5 with brand new armor. Let's do this.
Heyo.
I don't even know what skills I have. Oops, I kicked block instead of zone.
You're a
Go walk
jerk.
out here like a boss with 50 levels. Because we'll be killing plants while
As
we're
I'm
running around dying.
teleporting, devs are like, God mode!
Yeah, devs won't give you God mode.
Yeah, I know. They know that'd be too OP and everybody would quit.
You think these floating shards are collidable?
That'd be totally cool if they are. Try to jump into one. If you die, I won't res you.
Oh god, I gotta run away. There's a PK.
He attacked me. Can I kill him?
You hit me for 3 damage. You suck.
You hit a noob for 3 damage?
It was my wand. What did you expect?
Tell me you're minus
Is this
10.
a combat stream?
Tell me your
Are you
level is
teaching
like
people?
minus 10 right now.
And the res doesn't work.
I see your crown.
I love how they changed tumble. It's a lot more useful now.
There you go. I went ahead and did the off combat bar heal res there.
You know what's funny? I don't have a sword.
Alright, come get power leveled, you scrub.
Do you have a sword?
Yeah, I do. No, you
I have
can't
sword
have it.
abilities. It gives me sword abilities, but no sword.
You were supposed to get it before you left that little noob zone. It was on a weapon
screw that.
rack.
I was gonna. What I really should do is go to my bank and get all my pledge stuff.
But that's just too far for you to go.
I was gonna zone to you depending on where you were, but then you challenged me to come here and
And
be a
die,
boss, so
like you did.
I'm gonna be a boss.
Man, that route lasted a long time.
Did you just die off that one? Oh, that means you didn't
Oh
get
my
experience,
God,
huh?
Yeah, I did. I got 324.
Oh, okay.
Violation.
I'm gonna get experience off this one too, if I'm correct, unless they change anything.
I need to heal myself, yo.
They aren't mean like WoW, and where you're like, oh, you died helping the party, where you're screwed out of experience too. They're actually nice to people who die.
These things have a lot of damage resistance.
Yep, it's got more experience.
When are you going to start doing some freaking damage to him? Gosh. This is why Violation doesn't stop. Like, honestly. Yeah, I don't get why I didn't just kill him really quick, because, yeah, you guys are scrubs.
Sorry, can't talk. Found iron node.
Ooh, his armor looks way cooler. That plate armor.
Oh, they redid the armor. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that looks 10 times cooler.
Hey, John, are you doing deck combat?
I haven't. I'm in the default thing right now.
But you're doing melee deck combat, right?
No, like when you make a character, it has a locked.
Yes, but you're doing melee.
It will be later.
Oh, dude, he just hit me for 144 health. What the heck just happened?
Who did that?
That's gonna kill me. It rooted me.
From falling. What the heck? What?
Pwned. Don't jump off cliffs.
Shit, I didn't jump off a cliff. I walked down an edge that is not a cliff.
Oh, you fell off the cliff. That is too steep. You just be running off.
I know, right? That was like, I didn't even understand what happened, and I was like, how the heck did he do that much damage? Oh, I stubbed my toe. I rolled a 1.
You're like someone who ran towards the stairs on the sidewalk and forgot how high they were.
Oh, man, don't call me the short kid.
This is how you take the
Playing
slow.
D&D the other day, we had one group that was really hard, but we fought these 3 monsters at one point in this one room. 2 of them rolled a 1 in a row and hit each other. It was epic. But then later in the day, he rolled a whole bunch of 20s and killed us all because he's a jerk.
We should totally talk them into allowing monsters to crit fail, like we crit fail and fall. So you go up to fight a monster, and he just falls over dead. And when it asks you, like, what happened, you look in the combat log, and it says they critically failed, stubbed their toe, and...
No, it just says, it derped.
it derped. Close enough.
It says Romulus Pelican crit fail.
Alright, I should go to town and...
Do something, because you're failing right now.
You're failing.
Did you not get any levels since you've been here?
You couldn't even walk down a speed bump, okay?
He's got a point.
I hope you both die lonely. I'm eating dinner that my wife gave me. What do you think about that?
I'm eating 3 meat pizza and drinking Mountain Dew Voltage because I'm a fat nerd and I love everyone with it.
I'm trying to fight while combat debuffed, and somebody came to my rescue. I was going to see if I could solo him while combat debuffed, but that's cool.
I know Enigma's gonna die. I hope you're over there to heal him. Because I don't think I'm gonna make it to him in time.
I have no idea which direction to go.
Nice save. I was teetering on the edge there.
That's how I like to live my life, dangerous and on the edge.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
you weren't in
I
danger. You
definitely
Whatever.
feel like the overworld map is a scene now.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah. You can actually like put your eyesight down to your character level. It's so much better. I love that. But I can't sprint.
I never realized how small avatars were. Like, if you guys watch, like, look at random thing. How can I describe this? A sizable. It doesn't matter what you stand up to. You're like, oh look, this blade of grass is up to my chest. Here, that's a perfect example. Like, see this? Blades of grass go up to my chest. That's the short grass, right? I stood next to a tree in Paxlayer. All the trees are like 3 to 4 times wider than I am. You couldn't wrap your arms halfway around those trees.
You're scrawny.
I'm telling you, I must be something.
Oh. I totally saw a path I should be able to walk on around a hill to Paxlayer and denied invisible wall.
If it wasn't for invisible walls, nobody would enjoy their life.
Whoever did that? Violation.
Invisible walls? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, the 114 crit.
Hey
Oh.
guys, look, it's Stonewall.
Are you talking about when I fell, or are you talking about something I just did because I wasn't paying attention to the combat log?
You just hit that obsidian golem for 114 damage.
That's how I roll.
You didn't even know you did it.
I didn't. I was just rotating. I was talking, rotating, watching the stream, looking in chat, and checking IRC.
OP hacks.
Not gathering nightshade as you run past it and all that good stuff.
All right, so anybody that's just watching for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and, it was Violation's Death Field. Yep, because Violation's a boss. I'm going to go ahead and re-explain kind of what I'm doing here. I'm stacking abilities. I'm going over and explaining why I do what I do with combat, explaining some of the caveats in combat this release, and, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So here I'm stacking Death Field up because it's a really expensive focus skill to cast. I'm going to stack Death Touch to make it hit a little bit harder. I'm going to get a 2-stack of Fiery Decay. I'm going to watch my health. I'm not under half, so I'm going to ignore the heal right now. I'm going to restack Fiery Decay. I'm trying to get 2 stacks or more of Death Field. Just got that. And now, since I'm at the end of my combat, I'm going to burn my heal on my lowest health party member. It was a free heal because I had it 5-stacked. So that's a quick rundown of some deck combat. If you have any questions, I'm paying attention to my Twitch chat. I'm paying attention to IRC chat. I am paying attention to in-game chat, and I'm hardly paying attention to combat. So if I die, don't blame me, but that's the purpose of this, trying to help people learn a little bit about combat, how to fight in Shroud of the Avatar, how to be an effective Avatar, and how to kill Lord British. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And if
Wait.
you don't know him by now, you will never, ever, ever know him.
How to be effective in combat? Why are you streaming?
I'm telling you, man, they listen. They're honestly, they're
that's why everybody's so easy to kill. Okay.
Yup. I keep telling them to do stuff like, put their points into their skill trees. Don't run around with no points.
So I really have no idea where I'm going.
So, what are you trying to do?
Go to a bank.
West.
It's turning nighttime. It's a whole
I'm
new
in
ball game
Volcano
in
right
PvP when it's nighttime. You can see that fire arrow explosion from like miles away.
I should stop trying to take shortcuts.
So now that my health ran low, I went ahead and utilized that stack of heals. And now I'm going to focus on those death abilities to make sure I siphon as much health as I can in this fight. I see that I've lost aggro, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on the actual creating of the combos to increase my damage. End of the combat, burn the heal on the guy with the lowest health.
Who was apparently me.
It's always you, man. You're squishy.
That's squishy.
You're so
I shall call
squishy.
him Squishy, and he shall be my friend.
That's squishy. I just have a soft underbelly.
And I will love him forever.
I'm like
Whoa.
a wood louse.
Whoa.
I have a soft underbelly.
No comment.
So people can see that we're not serious. I'm going to turn this on so you can see me laughing constantly.
Nobody wants to see your face. Turn it back off.
Shut up. Hey,
Wait,
so
so
for
they-
those of you guys
they
who
won't
don't
have
know
fight and they'll be black.
who we are, I'm not paying attention to my health and I'm going to die. I could use a little bit of help.
This is how you fight. Oh,
This is how you die. No, but for those of you who don't know, Siamano is my brother in real life, not from another mother. We have the same mother. And Arkah is a guy that we picked up by coming into our team speak, and we basically said, hey, dude, you're
Wow.
joining our alliance. We didn't know him before this game, and you could be that guy too. So essentially, we like to play with people that are cool and don't start drama, but we welcome you to come in, ask any questions you want, hang out. TeamSpeak is at the top of the stream. You can ask us any questions. You can just literally chill, and at some point we'll start claiming you. And that's what happened to Arkah. We just said, we claim you. You're ours.
You should be happy that we're not in the
And I
mystery
said,
table,
no,
because
I don't
you said
think
like
I-
5
alright.
things there that were leaving yourself wide open.
That's what she said.
So you're talking
So
about
I
us
just got
picking
that
up
proc
guys.
about the harvesting without depleting the resource. So I'm actually going to move my combat screen over so you guys can read that. So I harvested successfully without depleting the resource. Gave me the ability to harvest a second time, and I will take your nightshade, sir.
So I've ran to the edge to the west, and I don't even see a zone to go into right now.
Let me put you in Arteris. Hey guys, give me a second. Let me go ahead and take him to Arteris. And oops, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
Ooh.
That's not what I wanted.
Breakbone Pass. Where should I go from there?
You're not going to go anywhere. Just hang on a second.
Cool.
So, deeds list, Arteris, zone. I will take you right to a skill trainer.
No point. I don't have any skill points, but the bank is the bigger thing. I'm gonna pull out some armor and stuff. I think I'm gonna be persistent in trying to get an archer to work.
Shout out to Wrath Phoenix. Thanks for stopping in the room, if you're still there. Yes, you are.
Who? So you're talking to people on like the Twitch chat or somewhere.
Yeah. I've got my chat open for my Twitch stream on my left monitor. I have, next to that, I have IRC going. Then I have the TeamSpeak and my stream controls on my right monitor, and then the game in the center. So I'm trying to pay attention to everything at once. But yeah. All right, you can zone to me, bud.
You know what's sad? This is only my second time in Arteris.
Dude, my computer struggles with Arteris.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I've only been in, the only other time I went was that Duke, like, stargazing thing on that Duke castle. It was after some event.
I turned everything down to fastest too. It actually, after about 45 seconds, it loads up and runs really well. If I keep it on fantastic, it jitters. But Pack Slayer, Arteris, Owl's Head, cities with a lot of people, a lot of decorations, a lot of stuff, I find that it takes some extra time to actually load. So since this is supposed to be about combat training, as I'm taking him to the bank, I'm going to go a little bit over skills and try to explain some of my theory behind my focus.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Jacob's on. Is he flagged?
We're not going to go PKing. Thank you, though. So I'm going to explain kind of some of my skill progression, how I went up. So the first thing I did is I got myself to 20 intellect. I put a focus in. I got myself to 20 intellect. I gave myself the higher consciousness, and I gave myself faster draw. So that was the first stuff I did in focus. As I got the extra points, I gave myself the locked skill by, I think it was level 15 to 20. I moved into 5 points of mental reflex and 3 points of concentration post level 30. I waited at 3 and 1 until I was at level 30. I was putting my points in active abilities. So I was able to always have an ability that I wanted up and available, as opposed to getting them quicker. I wanted to have essentially as many active abilities I could for multiple decks. So the big thing that a lot of people don't do in this game, which they should do, is run 2 to 3 decks. So while I was leveling up, right off the get-go, I started with my Death Tree, and I gave myself my Touch and my Death Ray, and I did not grab my passives for my Death Mastery until I was level 10. And for my life abilities, I grabbed my extra healing right away. That was where I put my first passives. I gave myself my Healing Touch, and by level 10, I had 5 Healing Touch, and a couple Healing Ray, and 5 points in Life Power. It wasn't until after level 20 that I took a point out of life power and put it in life reach. I didn't care about life reach until I started playing more with other people. If I was playing with other people and being a healer full time, I probably would have started with a mix between these two, but it really wasn't very important to me. So by level 30, I was able to successfully play with 2 decks, fully populated with all the passives I wanted. By level 30, I had my 3rd deck. I'm now level 39. I have some remaining points unspent. I'm not sure where I want to put them yet, but I'm going to go run over to the trainer and figure it out.
I just got 1 point.
So I have 4 points for passives. The points are actually explained to you on the cards. So how many points it takes to get that passive ability will be listed. So say I want to pick up this Mind Wipe right now. You'll see it's going to take 2 points to do that. So it's going to take 2 gold, 2 points, and I'll get this 1 Mind Wipe card. So I'm going to click it. You'll see my remaining points drop down, and my gold pops down as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one back out with a right click because I actually don't care about that. I'm going to look at something else for a passive. I don't need more locked abilities. I don't need anything else in focus. So I'm going to look back up at my fire, see if I want anything up here. I don't think I do. Actually, yeah, I do. This passive right here is really good for PvP. PvP is going to be coming up for me pretty soon. So I'm going to spend a little bit on this passive. I'm going to no longer have remaining points for passives. I only have 1. So I'm not going to utilize it unless I can throw an extra
William
point
joined
in tactics.
Avatar Circle.
There we go. I have 3 more unused
William
points
joined
somewhere.
your channel SOTA
Hey, William,
channel
I'm
1 on
streaming as a
Avatar
heads up.
Circle.
I have 3 more points somewhere that I can put. I'm probably going to look over in air. I'm trying to get my gust and my dash built up, so I'm going to throw 1 in dash and 1 in gust. So I'm going to be making a 4th deck for when I'm out farming, and I'm just looking to gather resources. My goal is going to be able to run away from stuff, gather, keep it off of me, and run away. So I'm getting a little bit of air combat to be able to do that. So essentially, that's where I'm going to leave that stuff. I'm going to come back over to gathering, up my chance for meticulous gathering until I'm out of points. As soon as you can get a meticulous collection, you want to skill that up to 10. Once you get that to 10, you do your skill for harvest to 10. I strongly recommend while you're leveling, you gather. This game takes a lot away from your gold when it comes to repairs or when it comes to getting armor. No matter what you're doing, there's a gold sink to it. It's very expensive. If you're not gathering, you're not going to get enough gold while you're leveling to pay for the equipment you need. So easiest thing to see are trees. Start with forestry if you're really new. The trees that have the amber leaves, those are the trees that can be harvested. You can see them from all the way across the map. They're a quick, easy way to get some extra gold, sell them to people on the public auction hall.
You, I need gold.
Dude, I don't have gold.
Even a little bit?
I think I have some.
Hang on. I will go vendor some stuff and get you some gold.
Well, I can vendor a few things. It's not a biggie.
No, hang on. I should have more stuff to vendor than you.
Me and Enigma are taking on epic battle in the plants here. We got ganked by 3 of them.
Hey, do you use black crystal fragments or... my vendor just walked away. Do you use black crystal fragments or shards, Arkah?
Nah, there's no use for them yet that I'm aware of.
Animal bones?
Nope. Every time you give me those, I just delete them.
Alright.
No offense.
I'll give you 100 gold.
Yay. Oh shoot, there's a flaw in my strategy. I need arrows. Have we made those yet?
I don't craft.
I know, but if not, I don't care. I'm just curious.
I have 48 arrows at my house. But I'm not going to take that long. I'm going to go back to Arkah now, and you can zone to us when you're ready.
That's fine.
Cool?
Yeah. For now, you know what I'm doing?
Actually, instead of typing this, I'm going to show a couple other cool ways you can zone to people. So they've given us the ability to get to people a lot easier than before. In your party menu, you've got all the, as the leader, you have more options, but you have all these options, including zone to player. In your friends menu, you can find your friends. Why is Arkah not on my friends list? Why does my friends list keep screwing up?
I've heard a few people say
That was happening on QA before it launched.
Dude, I added Minerva to my friends list 3 times yesterday, and she kept disappearing. I think it's a suggestion from the devs.
That's a good. Can that happen to me, please?
Oh my god, my deck's buffed work.
So,
Yeah.
in friends, you can see here the same way I can zone to player. In the parties list, zone to player, and in the guilds list. This is really cool that you can zone to people off your guilds list. It lets the guild members kind of stick together even if they're not in party. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to zone to player, and you have to be out of combat. If you're in combat, it'll throw you a message, so it's not a big deal. But let's go get back in combat, and if you guys have any questions, throw them up in chat. I'm paying attention to IRC. I'm paying attention to my Twitch chat, and I'm in TeamSpeak listening to weird people talk in my ear. That's you guys, by the way. You're the weird people. And I'm eating glorious food. So let's talk a little bit about armor, Arkah.
Can do it strap.
Where do I start?
When you're building a set of armor, what are you thinking about first?
When I'm crafting a set of armor, I think about first how the person I intend to give
Oh,
or sell
wasn't
it
watching
to
health.
is
I died.
built.
Okay, so you're thinking about how they're built. So what do you mean by that?
I mean, are they a magic user? Are they a warrior of some kind? What stats? do they
Specifics.
like
You're
to
helping
have?
people that have never played the game before.
Magic damage bonus, intelligence, strength, dexterity, damage resistance,
Okay.
damage avoidance. Any combination of those things. Usually, any piece of armor you can craft you can put 2 different stat modifiers on it. The chest piece, now you can put 3 different stat modifiers on it. It's depending on what armor you use, it's limited to the types of material you can use to make the armor. And
So have you been updating the wiki on any of that stat information at the bottom?
Did you die, Joseph?
I updated
Yes.
some of the crafting recipes this morning.
How bad were they out of date?
Not as bad as I thought they would be. And I checked there was 2 of them that somebody had already updated, and I updated another 2, specifically the leather working stuff.
Yeah, so there are a couple of us that are trying to keep all the crafting recipes updated, but they change so much every single release that it's kind of hard. It gets really monotonous when every month you have to change, 400 or 500 pages, and you have to verify all of those recipes, and there's only a couple of us doing it. So on that note, about 6 months ago, we put a tagline on the wiki and said, if you see something that is wrong, please fix it. And we meant it. Anybody can edit the wiki, and we strongly encourage, if you see an error, to fix that. I patrol all the edits to make sure that they're valid. So everything that Arkah does gets undone. Hey, cool, that was a critical gather. If you guys saw that, it went really fast. That's because I did a crit on my gather. That is possible. Just like you can fail at gathering, you can also crit.
When you fail at gathering, do you faceplant the cactus?
No, I take 144 damage while walking off of nothing.
Oh, okay, that works. As long as it's only you, that's fine.
And there's a harvest again option, so I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to harvest it again. And somebody's stealth right next to me. Check this out.
You got stealthers around you?
Do you not see my nameplate, Rem Stealth? That is
I don't
awesome.
use names, bro.
Awesome.
Wait, let me run up there and see. No, I don't think you see the nameplates.
Do
No,
you not
I'm.
see mine, Arkah? I figured as a group member you would.
Oh no.
Are you near Violation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right next to me, like right
No,
here.
I can't see his nameplate.
Right here.
And I'm in party with him.
Wait.
That's awesome.
He's right here. He's right here. He's
Where?
You don't see him?
No, I don't see him.
It's easier to see him if you turn your graphics up. It's really hard to see him when
My
the graphics are
are
down.
as high as I can turn them up.
He doesn't see me either.
Oh, I saw something invisible get rooted.
A
or
minute
something.
ago I was. Oh no, I didn't get rooted.
Get damaged. Oh, there's Sam.
Get
I'm gonna get him.
wrecked.
I'm gonna get him. Never mind, he ain't got no pants on. Oh wait, yeah, he does. He's just got tights.
I'm
He's got
I'm not gonna get him.
He's got nude colored tights. Hey, how can you combat roll?
You're combat rolling.
How are you doing that?
You're all
Hey,
doing
he's
it.
doing it too.
You don't know about double tapping your...
No, it's just that you don't see it on yours when you do it, I don't think.
I see myself roll.
I see in Violation do it.
I do not
You
see myself roll right now.
You're not like moving when you do it. You're like rolling in place.
Yeah, I'm not rolling at all. Am I backflipping right now? Because the backflips are awesome.
Yeah, we're back flipping in place now, I guess.
So I didn't mean to go naked, by the way. It made me to.
It made me to.
Made me to.
English is
Exactly.
hard.
Yes.
Okay, let's stop
Yeah.
flipping around and do something beneficial for all the streamers. All the streamers
This is
worldwide.
beneficial?
Unite!
Backflips are beneficial. Who doesn't like watching people do a bunch of backflips? Black flips.
Did you
Sorry,
say black
didn't mean to
flips?
get racist. Yeah, I didn't mean to get racist.
Whoa! That just happened. I have this flagged as potential adult content, so.
Good. If you were in our team speak without having being potential adult content, that would have just been dumb.
I'm not in one of the NC-17 channels, so theoretically we're safe. We're all
Enigma,
gamers
all
here.
majestic up here on a mountain, holding his pole arm.
Whoa.
Pole arm.
Whoa.
Violations down there getting killed by plants.
He's good at that.
What, are they growing too fast on you or something?
Well,
Are you making plant
Yeah.
humor?
Did you get hit on the head by an acorn? Is that why your health is so low?
Sir, your plant humor is not amusing me.
It's amusing me. I just
Mostly
leveled
because
up,
I don't have
so-
any comebacks, and I would like a comeback for plant humor.
you mad, bro?
Yay, I got 5 more points I can spend in
Wait,
passes.
you can't go invisible in combat?
Your mom can't go invisible in combat.
Nope. As soon as you enter combat, you leave invisibility.
Oh.
That would be vanish, not invisible. That's the skill you're thinking of.
I'm using shadow form, is what I was trying to use.
That's what she said.
I got 2 stacks about to kill this guy. I guess it didn't, because it missed. The Violation looted fat from the slain flesh flare.
That's how I roll.
Now, if that ain't alliteration,
I
I don't
got-
know what is.
I got my 4 fat on.
We're killing fatty flesh flares on a Friday.
They're not very fat, and it's not Friday.
Alright.
You just got told, son. You got told.
No, see, if I'd said what I was supposed to in the right way, like I say, "Oh right," and I go, "Oh right," but I said it like, "Oh right,"
All right.
because it makes me sound cooler and more confident.
Hey, Arkah. Hey, Arkah. Hey. Hey,
What
Arkah. Arkah,
what are you
hey.
doing?
Hey,
What are
Arkah.
you doing?
Arkah, hey.
What?
Hey, Arkah.
What are you doing? Mind that node. Nom nom nom.
You mind that node.
Oh no. I was like, look out, a red. It's Siamano's night servant.
Oh, man.
I saw him and I was like, oh no, PK, and then I remembered they don't turn red on this game.
So I might have like just sprinted through that earthquake and almost died.
Scrub.
One hit from death.
Obsidian golems are beastie. They do a stun, they do an earthquake, and it hurts. If you try to fight them without paying attention, you will die, and I will laugh. This is your warning from me to you.
I would just die anyway because I'm level 7. But yeah, by the way, I'm level 7.
Hey, congratulations on level 7.
I should say double thank you because I've just been stealthier.
I had to smack you.
That earthquake.
I can't see you in stealth mode unless you're like, my camera's angled down behind me and I'm looking at you at a level
Hey,
He's
you got
right.
stealth
visual
behind me.
Wait.
angle.
He's
Dance
right.
off, dance
No.
off.
Yeah, I see you.
I may have been
I
dancing on top
see.
of Arkah saying pants off, dance off, by the way.
You literally appear as a glimmer that makes me go, did I just see something?
Hey, John, walk next to me.
Nah.
I want to make sure that I can still see him better with better. Yep, there you are. I can see invisible way better
With what?
with my graphics turned up. I just dueled him. I don't know if he's going to accept or not.
I did. Problem is, I have archer skills and I have no arrows.
Oh my god, I pop sprint and it worked.
Come get wrecked.
If I can pop dash, I'm gonna be so fast. I'm gonna run right past up. Yep, here I go. Wow.
Oh, you get that one. I'll get this one.
Suckers. I'm already
Server
out of
got
there.
owned by that plant.
And that sucked. So what you guys don't see me touching with the mouse when I'm stacking, I'm actually hitting the R key, and then I get to select what I want to combo. So I'm going to hit 2, 3, and it'll stack. I'm going to hit R, 6, 3, and now I have a 3 stack of Healing Touch, R1, 2, 2 stack of Fire Arrow, R5, 2, 3 stack of Fire Arrow. Hit the 3 key, and that will execute the ability. Hitting the letter R on your keyboard by default will put you into a stacking mode, and it allows you to continue stacking. I explained that a little bit earlier, but anybody who might be joining late, I wanted to make sure that you guys caught that memo as well. I typically don't like to do it while I'm streaming, simply because I want people to know what I'm stacking and when, but it's a lot easier inside of active combat to do that than it is to sit there and try to stare at your combat bar. Run, Forrest! I set you on fire! If you don't remove that, it's gonna hurt.
I have no way of removing it.
I accept. Wait, you died invisible.
So those night servants only have 1 hit point. I don't know if you noticed how long I was chopping on it.
My guess is because you're in my party, you couldn't hurt it, but I did notice how long you were hitting at it.
Nope, it's because that's what happens when your weapon is broken.
Oh, so you're begging for more repair kits again. I spent all my money on repair kits. I just want you to know I'm broke because I bought them, and you guys are keeping me broke. It's not fair.
Hey, why do you think I'm saying stealth so I don't die 10,000 times?
So I'm killing you, so it makes up for it.
Jerk face.
Hold on, I want to run all the way across the map before I accelerate.
The buttons I have under 6 and 7 when I am out of combat. Sorry, Virtue Avatar, for responding so late. Those are summons that I get for my backer ability. It'll let me summon pets. That is summon imp and summon automaton. So these are pets that you get for being a backer of the game at a higher level. I honestly couldn't tell you what this. I think what is this, Lord and Knight?
I don't have either of those. I think the automaton is like Lord Marshal or something. I thought, but I could be
Okay, and what's the
wrong on
imp for?
that. Higher than that because I don't have it.
Okay, well, these are pets that you
The Knight
get.
Plus.
And the summons are really messed up right now, but they're actually really cool. Oh, there we go. So this is the imp, and he flies around and follows you, and I think he's totally badass. I really do think he's awesome. So the automaton is the guy that was the tour guide for like 3 or 4 releases now. So that is the automaton right there. And let me zoom in, give you a good view. So there's that guy, and then let me see if I can get this imp back.
You just wish you had a redheaded stepchild like me.
So there's the imp. So Pen of the Avatar, we actually got to watch them make the imp. Really cool. And when I did my Duke tour of Portalarium, I got to watch them working on the rigging of the automaton. So that was kind of cool. Nighttime is so dark. It's so scary.
Yay, my stealth will last longer now.
It's scary for you. It's scary for me.
I just want something to kill, and I found something, so I'm going to go kill it. Oh, something else found me. Oh, this is going to hurt. You guys want to help? I got 2 of them on me at once.
Here, I'm gonna shoot it with my epic arrows. I guess I do have a sword and shield that I can equip and just hit them. Ow.
Yeah, beastie, right?
I did fight these guys like a release or 2 ago. A bunch of people were dying to them, and I just went up and was like, death touch, death touch, death touch. Yeah, I'm awesome.
Life forms. Thanks for the offer, Enigma, but I'm cool.
Ow. This is why I stay stealth.
This is why he can't have nice things.
Like, it's already fighting 2 other people, and it turns and hits me. Why? Why?
Because you're a scrub, and it's looking at you like, ooh, scrub.
No.
Tasty low level. Nom nom.
That's it. I'm level 9. Everyone's gonna die by the wrath of me.
I think the main point he was trying to make had something to do with cleaning. I don't know.
What?
Or hospital attire.
Are you high? You're high, aren't you?
I'm not low.
Hey, Bio, over there.
Should I start showing people? I should respec and start showing people mind lock builds.
Huh?
Do you know if that mind lock build for the archery still works really well? Aimed shot,
I
5
tried
stack.
it last release, did a 5-stack of it, all my points and everything to make it as strong as I could, and I hit for 3 damage.
Get nerfed.
Yeah. Don't want to build any archery. It's so awesome. Bam.
Not so much.
So I'm thinking next release will be a lot better for archery. Hopefully.
Yeah, because you helped out on the Dev Plus set. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Well, you said during this release is when we're supposed to be doing it.
You're fired, dude.
You told me you said during R17.
It's true, and that's what I meant.
I hit it for 2 damage like a boss. You guys would be useless without me.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I honestly wasn't going to win if you didn't help.
I knew it. Where's Mystic right now? I'm a boss.
No. Not only no, but no.
Oh, hell no.
All right, so if you guys have any questions, if you guys are looking to know why I'm doing certain rotations a certain way, let me know. I'm about to end the stream in about 11 minutes, and I just want to give you guys kind of a last call. If you're watching, listening, and you are waiting to ask a question, don't wait any longer. Going over benefits of stacking, look at this guy. He uses 22.7 focus. Look at this guy, 12.7 focus. Not only does it hit harder, but it also takes less focus. When you're stacking combos, if you don't know what combo you can make, hit the L key. Go over to combos, uncheck the show unusable abilities. Then you'll be able to see what combos you can make with your current abilities. Once you create the combo, execute it like you would a regular spell. Pay attention to your health. If you don't pay attention to your health, you're going to die. This game is very, very active. It requires a lot of attention if you want to be good at it. You have to look at your health bar, which is why I keep my health up on the center of the screen so I don't have to look over here. A lot of people take their names down, I've noticed in screenshot. You want to keep your health and your name up in the center of the screen so you can be looking at your enemy, see what they're doing. You can pay attention to your action bar and what you're doing, and not lose sight of your health. That's where I'm paying attention, and I'm looking on the screen is right here where I'm circling with my mouse right now. And then I'm looking up and down and up and down, and I'm paying attention to the fight. I'm paying attention to my action bar, paying attention to the fight, paying attention to action bar, back and forth.
And then there's me doing head sales.
Siamano is just basically a leech. He sucks
it's about time.
experience away. When you see me tilt my head up, I'm actually looking at my party members' health to make sure that they're not suffering. I don't want one of my party members to grab aggro from me and die. So I'm just looking to check their health when I see that I stopped taking damage. What happened was Enigma pulled aggro from me. Sometimes the monsters in Shroud of the Avatar do not follow the threat level. I've noticed that heals have threats now correctly. In release 14, I think it was, heals generated 0 threat. They actually generate threat now, so FYI. Additionally, every spell generates threat, and when you get a certain amount of threat, monsters can change target. They have something in the AI, and I don't know what it is, that makes them target people who aren't the top threat sometimes. The reason why I say I don't know what it is because I really honestly can't figure out what the heck causes things to aggro on you besides range. But everything does aggro on a certain range and people that are in combat. So about 8 more minutes here, guys, and then I'm going to be signing off the stream. I'm going to go over my build again real quick. I am a life-death hybrid. I have just recently started throwing points into my fire, so I was able to make fiery decay combos. That's basically the only purpose of why I went into fire right now. My focus tree has gone down to where I can get over 30 intellect, so I get the extra benefit there. A little extra focus in my pull. Draw cards as fast as I can. Swap decks without any cost in combat. Otherwise, you have to exit combat or you take a big focus hit. Have a lower cost on your glyphs for their focus, which really, really, really is more important than stepping up your focus pool. And then the minus fizzle chance. Because I'm death, it is really important to get follow through. Death, if you're a death mage, you'll notice that death has really, really, really high fizzle. Some of the abilities are above 50%, like you only have a 40% chance to cast them. So it gets really frustrating if you're sitting there trying to fight and everything just fizzles and fizzles and fizzles. So carry your reagents. A lot of people don't carry reagents. Every reagent you miss increases your chance to fizzle and increases your focus cost. Carry your reagents. It makes your spells cost less. It makes them fizzle less often, and it makes them hit harder. Make sure that you farm those reagents with gathering because they're really expensive to buy. You cannot afford to play the game without gathering. It's just not possible right now. In my life tree, I went for what I had to get res. That's the minimum, and res. I threw an extra in resurrection because I could, and that was the only reason. Oh, and this life ability at the bottom of the life tree, that has a really nasty fizzle. If you don't have the reduced fizzle rate and you don't have the reagents, that has like a 40% chance to succeed its cast or something like that. I really hope they fix that, because for a life spell, the lowest fizzling tree, they should do something else to penalize you besides fizzle. It's intentionally supposed to be the easiest tree to cast. So either increase the focus cost, reduce the amount it's healing for, something. But adding fizzle to life does not fit the game the way that it's built right now. Because everything else, no fizzle, no fizzle, no fizzle, no fizzle, no fizzle. Everything else is good, right? So resurrection, 22%. 0% on healing gray, 0% on healing touch, 0% on purify, 0% on purify burst, 0% on banish undead. I've got only on these abilities do I start picking up some fizzle, and I really think that healing burst should have its fizzle cut in half. I think that healing gray should have it cut in a quarter, and I think that resurrection should never fizzle. You have to get so much stuff to get to it, and it's so irritating to deal with a dead person already. You're paying all of your reagents, you're paying a massive amount of focus, and then it fizzles. It just kicks you while you're down, and it makes the game not fun. So I hope to see that balanced, and I hope to see them change that. Currently, your focus cost for resurrection on a deck single stack is too high if you don't have reagents to cast until you're about level 14 and stacked into intellect or focus. You have to stack intellect or focus only to be able to cast it without reagents. So make sure you grab a couple of each of those reagents before you head out if you plan on using resurrect. Yeah. I'm not seeing any questions come in, so 3 or 4 more minutes here. We got time to kill another flayer or two. Keep in mind that Shroud of the Avatar is a pre-alpha game. Everything I've gone over is subject to change. Not only is it subject to change, but it already has. Most of the stuff with deck combat has been adjusted 2, 3, or 4 times. Next release, it's going to change quite a bit again. So some of the things that are frustrating you now will not frustrate you. Some of the things you like now will start frustrating you. It's just the nature of the beast. We're playing a game before it is even beta testing. They're just taking their first pass at balancing combat this next release. They've only been taking care of glaring combat balance issues up until this point. So keep that in mind as you play the game. There's a lot left to change. Our number one goal right now that while we're playing is to report bugs, find issues, find problems, get them reported. So my biggest thing I want to see, my top 5 of bugs I want to see are fall damage. I'm tired of falling and stubbing my toe and dying for it. My spells not firing correctly. my NPCs not listening to my commands, and I still don't like the glitches on the crafting table. I was trying to make benches earlier, and it kept erroring out, and I would close the table, come back, and it would work fine. And my bag inventory lags my interface. I think that those are the top 5 that I would say I would love to see fixed for next release. I don't know if any of them will be, but that's my top 5.
And all I gotta say is someday I'll be living in a big old city. All you're ever gonna be is me. Congratulations, you now have Taylor Swift in your head.
What out of me?
It wasn't funny until Arkah did it. Oh, I just burned my heel on myself to get rid of it, and I see you dying. I see you dying, and I'm just laughing about that because you did a Taylor Swift reference. And there's a fail heal.
It might have been because I messaged somebody a minute ago, and it was even worse. Said someday I'll be living in a big old city. This girl is on fire. Then text me back saying I hate you. I should do that to gnomes. That's what we gotta do. We gotta all text him one sentence at a time, and each of us just go through a song. Do you hate me now, Arkah?
Alright guys, this is Duke Violation. That was Siamano, Arkah EMPstrike, and the silent person that nobody heard was William, Duke William of Serenite. William, say hi as we leave. William.
Hello, everyone. I'm William.
Arkah, you're such a spaz. Alright guys, well that's that.
You're not William, I'm William.
You trolls. William's the guy that gave out the houses during the Welcome Quest. Really cool guy. But anywho, that's that. That's us. That was combat, and hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, I apologize. What did you expect? I'm just me. There's nothing I can do besides what I can do. That's a true statement. Bye.